Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have been enjoying Black Ops 7 or even Battlefield 6 if you're still playing that game. Listen, one big problem that Call of Duty has had for the last couple of years that still continues to happen even after all the changes with Black Ops 7 with the skill-based matchmaking, the content, the theme, hell, even some of the gameplay, movement, and the maps. One big problem that everybody has universally, no matter if you're a Call of Duty rage baiter, a Call of Duty fanboy, a Warzone player, a Zombies player, hell, even a campaign lover still. One problem that everybody universally hates is the size of Call of Duty. And today's video is going to be talking about that because, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Battlefield RedSec and Battlefield 6 is so much less size in gigabytes than Call of Duty. It's absolutely insane. And recently, like a couple months ago, like not a couple months ago, but like a couple weeks ago, okay? Listen, your boy's kind of forgetting his timeline here, but a couple weeks ago, somebody in my community made a funny-ass joke talking about the fact that, like, yeah, there is a theory going around that Call of Duty makes the games like Black Ops 7 and Black Ops 6 and Modern Warfare 3 as big as they are so that nobody that downloads and plays Call of Duty can play other games. And honest to God, after seeing the download size of Black Ops 7, and, you know, just the size of the update being 156 gigabytes on Steam and Battle.net and 100 plus gigabytes on PlayStation and Xbox, what the fuck are we doing, Call of Duty? Honest to God. Because, dude, how can a game be this big? How can an update be that big? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? But seeing people complaining about this time and time again every single year with Call of Duty is so funny to see because, if we're being honest, it's probably never going to change. And with the current direction that Call of Duty is going in, maybe the game shouldn't be as big as they are, but they still are big and large as fuck, bro. Like, the download size for Black Ops 7 alone was 100 gigabytes on PlayStation 5. And if you're updating Call of Duty HQ, which, oh god, I mean, it's cool and all, but like now it's kind of getting annoying. On PC alone, it was upwards to 156 to 185 gigabytes. What the fuck are we doing? Like, there's no reason for these games for Call of Duty to be this big when most of the stuff is either reused, finalized finally, and not scrapped anymore, or they just should not be this expensive when it comes to the size and the gigabytes, bro. It's so insane to me, man, because, dude, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or just the amount of stuff that they have. And also, speaking about the size of Call of Duty, I just don't know why they need to require us to download certain parts of it, right? Like, if we play the campaign fully, encourage us to uninstall the campaign. If we, you know, don't play Warzone at all, encourage us to uninstall Warzone and not to play it, dude. You know what I'm saying? And that goes vice versa for Warzone players. If you don't play multiplayer, you shouldn't be required to download and play multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? It's so stupid, man, you know? But, like, I think a great game that does that kind of division of gigabytes and really encourages you to delete stuff is Fortnite. And I don't really talk about Fortnite that much on this channel because, dude, when I start talking about Fortnite, man, oh man, I just can never stop talking about it because I love the game so much. And even though I'm so ass at it now, I still enjoy it, right? And I still think Epic Games and the people at Fortnite do such a good job at communicating, updating their game, and keeping the game fresh. But when it comes to their storage, even though it's getting bigger and bigger every single year because, dude, there's so much content now, especially with creative and the amount of updates that they're doing. For the longest time, Fortnite was such a great game and a big game that didn't really take up a lot of your space. And obviously that sentiment has changed a lot over the last couple of years, but I still think Fortnite not requiring you to download certain stuff, right, and extra content and all that stuff is amazing to see. And they even encourage lower textures and lower resolutions in order to have a smaller, you know, a better time gaming, you know what I'm saying, a smaller file size. But for Call of Duty, every single year the file size either gets bigger or it stays the same. There's no improvement on the file size being smaller or reduced, which makes zero sense because, dude, Call of Duty should not be taking up this much space, bro. Like, for the Black Ops 7 and Call of Duty HQ, you know, installation for, it looks like PlayStation with the screenshot I'm looking at, Zombies itself is 60 gigabytes. Warzone is 77 gigabytes. And apparently there's a Worlds Collide DLC, which I'm pretty sure is the Black Ops 7 endgame mode that they've been hyping up. That's 70 gigabytes as well. And then the multiplayer itself is 71 gigabytes, with Call of Duty HQ being 10 gigabytes by itself. What the fuck are we doing, Call of Duty? I think all in all, right, more than ever now, Call of Duty has no excuse to make, you know, their games this big. There needs to be some reason why they're doing this outside of we're having so much content for the game, which I think at the end of the day is such bullshit. Like, dude, realistically, not everybody's going to be touching every single fucking game mode and anything that Call of Duty offers, man. Maybe they should to get their money's worth, but at the same time, I think as a gamer, I'd play what I want to play and want to experience. I should not be forced to download certain shit that I'm never going to touch at all. You know what I'm saying? But I think all in all, with the technology that we have for video games, right, and just the amount of production that goes into video games, there's no reason for these file sizes to be as big as they are. And honestly, when it comes to that theory that I talked about earlier about the fact that, like, yo, Call of Duty makes their games as big as possible so that, you know, their gamers cannot play any other games, I honestly believe that more than ever, dude. You know, I don't really like to put the thinking cap on that much when it comes to Call of Duty theories and what they do behind the scenes, right? But this time around, when it comes to the Call of Duty size and just seeing the size of Black Ops 7, it is absolutely ridiculous that the game is this big still in the big year of 2025, bro. Like, with the technology that we have, the amount of stuff that we don't really play, it's absolutely ridiculous, bro. I just wish that there was better management when it comes to the file size and just what is required to play Call of Duty, you know? I really wish they separated Warzone from the Call of Duty HQ, or they didn't even have the Call of Duty HQ. I just want the full entire game by themselves at this point, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going around playing these older Call of Duties left and right. I'm going to be playing the new one forever and ever until the next one comes out. But all in all, I think Call of Duty's file size is such a big issue, and it's become more apparent as I've become more of a Call of Duty content creator and have been more tapped in with the Call of Duty community, which honestly, I think it's a valid complaint for Call of Duty players to have, no matter if you're a sweat like me or you're just a casual dad trying to provide for his kids, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for my little rant for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Join my Discord server and hype up the video for your boy, because it'd be gladly appreciated, man. All that really supports your boy a lot. But it's been your boy Lumbo. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.